how being disciplined makes you extremely successful. This is a topic that I get asked about a lot, y'all, from strangers to friends to family members. Family members ask me this question a lot. And so a lot of times when people meet me in my life, guys, for you guys who watch me on YouTube, you probably do know that, okay, man, this guy Akono, he's extremely disciplined and focused, 100%. And a lot of the times, guys, when people ask me that, like, I get so riled up in the best way possible. And sometimes I'm like, how do I even articulate this? But all of my success and all of the success of people that I've looked up to, that I've admired, or people that are in my life, has been from sheer discipline. I mean, obviously I have this billboard on my wall that says work hard. I believe in working smart, number one, but I also believe in working hard too. But I think it's becoming more working smart. So I need to find a new poster that says work smart. But being disciplined, guys, it really is the catalyst, if that's the right word, to really achieving what you really want. It really is. And you know, in some ways some of the ways that I've stayed disciplined, I'm just gonna list those, guys. A lot of you guys know that I'm an actor too. So a lot of you guys don't know this, but when I was being raised in Mississippi, I didn't always speak as clear as I'm doing now. I used to stutter. I had a speech impediment. And I think a lot of that came from just sheer nervousness and being in an area that I felt I had to shrink myself. 100%, guys. And to anyone who has that impediment, I'm not saying that everyone who has a speech impediment or who has a stutter has feels like they were enclosed in a bubble and they can't express themselves. No, I'm not saying that. I believe that was my experience. But me growing up in Mississippi, I really wanted, to do acting. I wanted to do modeling. I really wanted to do acting, but I was told to try modeling. And then once I got into it, I'm like, I love this. But one of the ways I achieved to get signed to a modeling agency at 17 and to go to New York it was sheer discipline, guys. It was me going to school every day, coming home from school and doing my homework, making sure that's done, and going straight to my workouts, straight into my push-ups, straight into my cardio, straight into researching modeling agencies, New York and LA, and London, Paris, like all these places, just doing it relentlessly every single day. And a lot of that has shifted more into my acting. A lot of the times people ask me, dude, Akono, man, like, how are you so lucky? Or how did you get this role on Euphoria? How did you get this role on All American? How did you get your film financed? And a lot of that, guys, comes from sheer discipline, really discipline. That's creating a goal, writing down what do I want to happen. And I'm a big believer in writing things down on paper. Big believer, not just in the head, not just speaking about it. I don't even like to speak about the things I want to do. I do them first and then I can speak about them. But I think writing them down and literally creating a system after that, okay, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to accomplish this? What do I need to do to do this? And if it feels uncomfortable, let it feel uncomfortable for you guys. I just did it. And the same thing with the speech impediment that I used to have, coming from Mississippi and going to New York. I remember going to an audition and the director asked me, do you have a speech impediment? And it made my heart drop. I'm like, man, I thought I was doing a great job at not showing it. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And it was a horrific moment. I'm like, why is he asking me this? Why is he talking to me about this? I'm an actor. I want to be professional. Let me just do what I want to do. Let's not speak about the speech impediment, But though that was such a horrible and horrific moment, at that time I used it to just elevate myself. I'm like, you know what? What can I do to speak well, to speak better, to not stutter? I started to read out loud every single night. I started to visualize myself reading, being on set, being on stage not just as a theater actor, but also presenting, winning awards, giving motivational speeches. And the thing is, I've done all of those. Go to my YouTube channel. I've done all of those. So it was just me figuring out a plan. I'm like, okay, well, when I'm acting, if I feel nervous, if I do this, well, I won't go into exactly what I did because some of those are really personal, nothing bad, but personal, and those are my little secrets. But I figured out what can a Kono do to help him feel better in this moment, in that moment. Okay, I get nervous here. What can I do mentally, psychologically, to make myself feel better here? So it was just little things I did. And I'm gonna move forward, guys. Even being in the gym, a lot of people ask me, dude, how are you so ripped? How are you so buffed? Buff. And I'm like, man, it's just consistency and discipline, eating the right foods, thinking the right way, because there's some days that you don't want to go to the gym, but I make stretching a priority. I make sleeping a priority. I make eating healthy a priority. I make not doing drugs, not drinking, not overeating, not eating a lot of processed foods. I make those things a disciplinary action because it's for me. And another thing I see is that a lot of my viewers who watch my channel are usually male from ages, I think, 25 to 34. And I think that's such an age where you're really locking in and you're really getting things done. But I also think that that's also an age where you're tempted by quote unquote distractions. And I think one thing that has helped me a lot is just by staying true to my goal and also making that goal extreme, not just personal, but I connect it to like it's more important than me breathing sometimes. And I connect it to something that's really important to me, whether that's a person or a philosophy, a thing, or what have you. So that's another reason how I stay super disciplined is by making things personal, making my goals, making my affirmations, making my to-do lists very, very personal and very important. So I think that for guys who are watching this, even girls or even anyone who's watching this, I think just staying disciplined and staying focused on your goals and, not really being distracted. And I think that if you do have a point, or if you're at a point where a friend wants to go and hang out, or friends, or they want to invite you to a party, or you get invited to a party or an event or something that kind of takes you away from it. I'm not really telling you guys what to do, but for me, I put my priorities number one every single time. And I think that's the most important thing to do to really get what you want out of life. And I think that once we do that, I think that we stay more true to ourselves and we're better people for ourselves, for our families, for, our loved ones, our community. And I think it just makes you a better person overall. But guys, that's the end of this video. It's not a super long video, but I was thinking to myself, man, what can I create today that I can give out to the world? And I think I was thinking this yesterday. I was thinking of a really good topic yesterday. I think it was this one and it was something else, but I'm sure I'm going to post about it either later this weekend or later next week. But I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I hope that whenever you're at a crossroads of whether you can choose to stay disciplined on your goals or to go and do something that's not aligned with your goals and with your dreams, I would like to think that this video gives you that encouragement to stay true to yourself, because you're not just staying true to yourself, but you're staying respectful to your future, to your ancestors, to your family, to your loved ones, to your significant other, and hopefully your kids one day if you want kids and what have you. But anyways, guys, I hope you have an amazing day. These are the things that have helped me stay really disciplined on in my acting life, in my acting career, and in my overall business career. So hopefully you learn from this video, and thank you guys for watching. And also hit that subscribe button, share this video, and comment. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing day and an amazing weekend. And if I don't see you again, have an amazing life.